Hey everybody, what's up? It is me, Shaniqua, your master brand story coach, and I'm here with another segment where we're going to take a look at, is it really imposter syndrome or is it something much larger, much deeper? So, I want to start this one off with a story. When I was 16, as some of you guys may know, I've talked about this a few times, but when I was 16, I had attempted a suicide and it didn't work. I had then went to a mental hospital for juveniles. I was there for 8 days and I realized life wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And then just a month later, I was raped. Not even a month later, I was raped. And 2 weeks later, I found out I was going to be a mom. But that's not the part that actually changed my life, believe it or not. Because I've always been a fighter. And so that part actually wasn't the hard part for me. I knew how to fight. I knew how to continue to fight. What was the hard part was the three things that I heard from people who had previously gave me praise and accolades. And the first hard thing was when I came up pregnant, I didn't tell anybody what happened. They thought they knew who the father was. And so the very first one that did the most damage to me was I had a younger cousin who told me that she used to look up to me, but now she didn't. That one hurt tremendously. Then the second one was my grandfather, who I looked up to, told me he didn't think I was going to finish high school. That hurt. And then the third one was my stepfather, who had been in my life since I was a year old. And he asked me, how could you be so stupid? Don't you know how to protect yourself? Now, these three people did not know what happened to me. They did not know that I had been raped. All they knew was that I had a physical manifestation of a mistake, a pregnancy. And so I fought against what they thought was going to happen. I went ahead and graduated from high school. Not only that, I ended up graduating from college. Not only that, I got my master's, and I will soon pursue my doctorate degree. So I did fight. But one of the things that I had come to grab onto when I reached the entrepreneurial space is this idea of imposter syndrome. It sounded really easy to say it is something that has to do with self-worth. You know, imposter syndrome is, am I worthy of this? And the funny thing is, even though I grabbed onto that, I was like, yes, it's imposter syndrome. That's what's going on. I thought, I don't deserve to be in the room. But there was this disconnect that wasn't happen that was happening. Half of my brain was like, girl, it's not imposter syndrome. And the other half was like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is. I feel like I don't belong. I feel like I'm not supposed to be part of this room. I feel like I'm still searching for people's acceptance. I feel like. But the other half of my brain was like, no, we really got to get to this. And a friend of mine, she said to me, I don't think you fear failure. You're used to failure. And you're used to fighting against failure. I think your problem is a fear of success. And I'm like, who's scared to be successful? But in recounting these stories of this gifted girl, this AP student, this college bound, this doctorate dreaming girl who fell all the way out of the good graces of everybody who she loved, I realized, yes, I did fear success. Because what if I let people down? What if I did it again and say there was some kind of mistake that I didn't do, but what if I let people down? And that's when I realized it wasn't about a fear of failure. It wasn't about imposter syndrome of not feeling like I belong, because I belong, damn it. Like, I belong up there with everybody. Like, Oprah is going to be my best friend. She's going to invite me to dinner. Shonda and I are going to do a show together. It wasn't that I didn't feel like I was worthy, and it wasn't that I didn't feel like I belonged. The problem was I felt like, what if something happened and I fell from those graces again? And would people attack me the way that they did then. Because no matter what my experience was, no matter what the proof of my life was, I was still this girl who had a genius IQ. I was still this girl who was #1 in the state. I was still this girl who wrote stories. But because there was one mistake that people could see, they doubted everything that I was. I didn't doubt it, but they did. And so the question became again, what if I let people down? And I'm going to flip that to you. Like, really look at what your fear is of making it to the next level. What is your fear there? Do you fear letting people down? Do you fear not being able to hold your own? Or do you fear leaving people behind? What is your true fear? Because I'm going to tell you, it's not imposter syndrome. If you felt you did not belong in the room, you would not be in this room. You would not be listening to the types of coaches that you're listening to. You would not be seeking a dream that lives inside of you. You would not be pursuing your purpose because you would feel that you don't belong. You do belong. So what is your real fear? Why isn't you're not going after with both hands and both feet that thing that you know is for you? I'm going to tell you, if it's writing a book, if it's standing on stage, if it's a combination of both, it's yours. You deserve it. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can dream it, if you can believe it, it's yours. So right now, the truth is, you got to get in front of that mirror, face your reflection, and ask yourself, what am I truly afraid of? And when you realize what that is, speak truth to power. Speak truth to all of that. Because like I said, I got the proof that I'm the bomb. And if people want to doubt you for one misstep or one mistake, they're lost. Just go ahead and prove them wrong by proving yourself right. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, guys. So y'all have a great one. Remember, be dope, be blessed, go get it. It's yours.